Millions of individuals are currently walking around with elevated blood glucose levels, completely unaware that their internal biology is under severe mechanical assault. We are constantly told that high blood sugar is just a number on a lab report or a vague warning about future health. This is a dangerous clinical minimization. In biological terms, chronic hyperglycemia is a state of systemic toxicity. Today, we are stripping away the mainstream sugarcoating to analyze the exact microscopic mechanisms of how excess glucose physically destroys your blood vessels, your nerves, and your organs. Before we analyze the data, subscribe to the Medmetrics for objective medical truth. To understand the damage, you must first understand the shape of glucose. Under a microscope, glucose molecules are not soft. They are sharp, jagged crystalline structures. When your blood sugar remains chronically elevated, your bloodstream is essentially pumping microscopic shards of glass through your vascular system 24 hours a day. The first casualty of this assault is the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. As these jagged glucose molecules aggressively scrape against the endothelial walls, they cause microscopic tears. Your body responds to this constant injury by deploying cholesterol as a biological bandage to patch the tears. Over time, this leads to massive plaque accumulation, arterial stiffening, and eventually catastrophic cardiovascular failure. But the destruction does not stop at physical abrasion. When excess glucose sits in the bloodstream, it triggers a toxic chemical reaction called glycation. The sugar molecules aggressively bind to proteins and fats, mutating them into deformed structures clinically known as advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs are highly inflammatory. They specifically target and destroy the microvascular beds in your body, the absolute smallest, most fragile blood vessels. This is why the primary complications of diabetes occur in the eyes, the kidneys, and the extremities. In your eyes, this microvascular destruction causes the tiny vessels in your retina to swell, leak blood, and eventually burst, leading to permanent diabetic retinopathy and blindness. In your kidneys, the AGEs severely scar the microscopic glomerular filters, destroying their ability to clean your blood and forcing you toward dialysis. Finally, we must address diabetic neuropathy. Your nerves require a constant, massive supply of oxygen delivered by these tiny capillaries. When high blood sugar destroys the blood supply, the nerve cells literally begin to suffocate. The protective myelin sheath surrounding the nerve erodes away, causing misfiring electrical signals that manifest as agonizing burning sensations, and eventually total numbness and tissue necrosis. High blood sugar is not a passive condition. It is an active, systemic corrosive agent. You cannot out-medicate a fundamentally broken diet. You must aggressively lower your glycemic load and restore your cellular insulin sensitivity. Subscribe to the Medmetrics and take absolute command of your metabolic health today.